Welcome back to your Caribou Data Science channel. This evening of February 2nd, 2020, I'll go back and take a second look at that opioid death data, uh, worldwide death data. I went out and did a little research and finally understand what the data is actually trying to tell us. Okay. Um, we can, in fact, total year. Okay. We can do this because what this number represents up here is, well, we'll keep that there, but what we'll do is we'll come back down here in this first set and say, okay, so that we can. Let's take a look up here first. Opioid overdoses were by far the most common in the United States, with 13.3 deaths per 100,000. Okay? So you can convert this 100 per thousand deaths here to its actual number. Okay? Now we could also take this death number here and say some, let's call it total per. So let's give us the total per 100,000 by year. And this will give us the average. Okay? Now let's do this. Okay? All right? But now we're going to change this. We're going to change this to per. Times 100,000. Okay? So let's run this. Okay, so let's go back up here. Let's run this. See if we can calculate some totals here. Very good. Calculate the actual total here. Opioids yearly. So now we got the total per. So in 1990 it was 141 deaths per 100,000. Average six deaths per average 6 deaths per 100,000. Total for the year 141,000. Right. Total average. Now we're only concerned with this first number here. Let's see what this looks like. let's just say 100,000. Okay. What happened here? What could have happened here? I don't quite understand this. Oh, no, we're down here. Oh, we want total year. Okay. So we don't need this anymore. Run this. So this is 240,000, 240 deaths per 100,000 people. Okay. And this, if we multiply it all out, this we get up to 24 million. Much better. Now we can say opioid rate, country, summarize, per. Okay, this is going to be I can use the same thing back up here. What's my second number back up here? Let's just copy this whole thing. Put it down in here. Okay? Country totals. I wonder if this will work. And it does. So let's come back up here. Country totals. So let's say greater than that number was total year. Okay? Let's do this. Let's do this first. Let's do this per. Okay. Okay. That's not going to be right. Deaths per 100,000. Let's get rid of this stuff here. Let's just replace this with comma. Let's say we want to do 10. Okay. So here we have the deaths per 100,000 people. So up here we had, yeah, this is a total for U.S. as a whole, not by year. So you can see the U.S. had over, okay, we didn't, this is a total per year. Let's start out with a per for this, right? Per. Okay, so the U.S. has, say total, the U.S. has had, say, 150 deaths per 100,000. Okay, that's basically what this is telling us here. Now, now can we use this? Can we use this data to actually print, to actually do some numbers by? Okay, what we want to do is, let's see, let's come back up here to opiate rate. What let's do, let's do this. What we're going to have to do down here is opium rate. So now we're going to do yearly plots for a select number of countries. I'm not sure how many matches I'm going to do here. I probably should do all the ones I did other places, but it's just Russia. Now we may actually try to just pipe this into directly into a North America. Uh, that's somewhat interesting. Okay. Didn't notice that they actually have some country totals. There's some, it looks like some continent totals in there also. So this should be, how do we do this? Oh, much better. Much, much better. Very good. So these are the deaths per 100,000 again, each one of these countries. Much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do, let's try 3. Let's try 2. That's fairly nice. That's fairly decent. Let's do this. Let's just make this an area. I always like areas. Okay. So that doesn't look too bad. Again, this would be, here we go. So this is 6 deaths per 100,000. The United States had, let's come back up here, just change the figures a little bit. Top 10 countries by deaths per 100. So this just gives us a way of looking at this a little bit. Let's try this. Let's try this area one more time. This probably won't work, but let's see what happens. Nope. Okay. Now let's do the same thing as we do this. Let's just take a look at the totals for. Now we could just do the same thing. Let's see. Opioid rate. Okay. Oh. So this is U.S. deaths, right? Deaths per 100,000. So, 'so, so, 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 this is That's quite nice. Let's run us the top and see what we got here. Okay, I could probably do a little more, but I think, I actually kind of like the way this plot looks. Almost looks like it's a metallic blue, interesting enough. Huh. So, a little more data exploration, a little better understanding of the data. It's also helpful to read to read the description of the data or the data, or what's it called, the code book, or whatever you call it, when you're looking at data. All right, we could of course plot this out as a total number of deaths. These, by the way, are these are to be the 100,000 deaths per year. Okay, so there's one column for each year here. All right, so this would be 12.5 deaths per 100,000. You know what? Let's just come back up here and do one more thing. Let's just do it. Let's just do the. Let's just come down here and do a total. Let's try this. Okay. Let's come back over here. Okay. If you're like me, you have trouble multiplying by 100,000. Okay. So here we go. We had over. So this is 50,000, 500,000, 1,250,000, over 1,250,000 cases, opioid deaths in what, 2019? 1990, 2016. Hey, if you spill on your pop. Okay, here we go. All right, so that takes care of. This may be the second last part with this particular data set. Uh, We do have a certain limited amount of data to work with, but hopefully you gain a little insight today of what's going on and how to. And this video is 15 minutes shorter. Okay, good. So anyway, so this gives you a brief idea of opioid deaths worldwide. Okay, by year, by per 100,000, by the total numbers, and we selected what 8 countries. We selected what was it, 8 or 10 countries. Uh, we select what was it, 8 or 10 countries, the top 8 or 10 countries rated by the by the total per year. Okay, so let's just run this once more from the top. Come all the way back up the top here and look and see what we got going on. This skimmer is kind of an interesting function. This is worldwide opioid deaths by year per 100,000. So you can see worldwide we're over 240,000. We'll be over 24 million. So we're over 24 million, maybe 24,500,000 deaths each year from COVID-19 from opioid deaths. Can that really be true? And these are the top 10 countries. And you can see once again this is per 100,000. Here's those numbers split out by top 10 countries by deaths. Okay. U.S. Deaths by year per 100,000. Okay. U.S. deaths multiplied by 100,000. Okay. So you can see the U.S. has over, well, this is 500, just to be 250,000, 750,000, 100,000, say 1.5 million opioid deaths in the U.S. per year. Can it really be that high? Wow. This is 2016. Okay. So I'm going to call this video a quit. Maybe even we'll see this as part 2. Maybe it's the final part with this first data set here. Of course, the data set really only had, 3 fields: year, country, and the deaths per 100,000. Okay. So anyway, thanks so much for your time. Hey, don't forget this is your YouTube channel. This is your Kirby Data Science channel. So by all means, comment, suggestion, request. Okay. Be more than happy to try to meet any of your expectations, your requests you may have. Just put them in the comments below. Okay. Thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you on a later report.